I'm surviving this cruel world, and I hope you are too. There's not much more fun that you can have than shooting a can. But sometimes you snap a band, and I'll show you how I repair my snapped bands in this video. Let's do it. Hey guys, it's been a while since I made a video, but I got something to show you. Now, as part of my slingshot journey, I finally started making my own bands. And yesterday while I was shooting, I had a band snap on me. And so I figured I would show you how I make my bands with the little jig that I designed myself. Now, there are dozens and dozens of jig designs on YouTube, from some very simple ones to some very elaborate ones. The simplest form is simply two clamps, usually just the handspring type of clamps, with a string, and you take the string and you wrap it around your legs, and your legs is what provides the tension. But that takes coordination, and due to the stroke I had a few years ago, my coordination's very limited. So for me, I decided I needed just a little simple machine type thing, and this is what I came up with. Piece of scrap wood that I cut, actually glued together. It's not even bolted or screwed in or anything, so there's no hardware. And two simple little clamps that I paid like a buck and change or $2 for each. And let me show you how this works. So this is my Scout LT. This right here, I'll tell you, is the best $5 I ever spent. These are thumb screws that make it so easy to remove and install bands. And we have to remove the old band. So I'll try not to be too tedious with what I'm showing you. But after we remove the old band, I'm going to place the band through the pouch, or wrap it over, and simply place this part onto the jig and clamp down. As you can see, it holds pretty tight there, gives me enough tension. Over here, oh, I see a split forming there, which means that this side will need to be replaced. Okay, so we now have the band I don't like the way that's sitting. Let's adjust this a little. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to turn this like this. and this is the end that I'll be tying. You see I have a little nail here so I can hang my spool of tying thread. Cut off a little length of it here. Hopefully this is in the camera shot. And I designed this jig like this so that you see I have plenty of room even for my fat fingers. We're gonna give this 3, 4, 5 wraps maybe. And then I'm gonna tie a square knot. So right now I have the right hand over the left hand side. Cinch that down a little. And now the left hand side goes over the right hand side. Cinch that up. Put some tension on there. You take your scissors. Cut your excess threads. Lift up. And there we have the band is tied. And now take your scissors and just snip off that excess length there. And there we go. Now as you can see there's a split here, so I'm going to have to redo this side also, but I won't bore you with that. So here we have simple little tool that I made. One piece of scrap wood, 1, 2, 3, 4 cuts, a little bit of glue. Actually, even these are glued in. There are little bolts, but the bolts don't even come all the way through the wood. So they're just sitting there kind of giving it to some stability. And I just used super glue, a couple of pieces of adhesive rubber foam padding that I had laying around. So this whole jig, as it sits here, even with the spool of thread, cost me about $5. And as you can see, it's very useful, very handy. And, you know, like I said, there are dozens and dozens of ways to do this. I'm just showing you how I do it because I like to keep things cheap and simple. And so that's going to conclude this video. Stick around to hope to see more, and remember everyone,